If you are looking for a shortcut to the most affordable replacement window company that also offers a window with great energy ratings along with high performance, then you are on the right video. So far, I've sat through 9 window demos. You're welcome. Some were pretty painful, so much so that when a window rep refused to leave or lingered too long, I would just go outside and play with the dog, hoping they would get the hint. Others, well, they really weren't so bad, and I can honestly say we've met some really great people. However, the time it takes to sit through window demonstrations is excruciating. Hi friends, I'm the Wacky Window Woman. I'm not a contractor. I'm not here to sell you windows. I'm just a real person trying to get new windows without getting ripped off. I've made it my mission to shop all of the larger, well-known replacement window companies and have sat through the demo so you don't have to. Be sure to see my Wacky Window Woman comparison chart to see how the larger, well-known companies stack up one against the other when they quote my 1,600 square foot home, 3 bedrooms with 12 windows. The prices on the chart are based on my home in Ohio, so your pricing may vary depending on where you live. But regardless, you can see the difference in price from one company to the next. Okay, so let's talk about where to find the best value in replacement windows. So you don't want to always go with the cheapest, but who actually offers the best deal for the money, right? I don't understand why window companies won't provide the cost of standard size windows without taking up 1 to 2 hours of our time. As homeowners, we get it. There are many variables that can impact the final price to replace windows in our homes, but there has to be a jumping off point, right? That we as homeowners can use to start and then add on or build in upgrades from there. So thus far in my quest to collect replacement window quotes, I have found only one company, and as a matter of fact, they are ranked number 1 on the Wacky Window Woman chart who offers their sales process from the quote to the contract virtually, no in-home sales pitch. If you would rather fake your own death and have a window rep come into your home, then definitely put this company, Virtual View Windows, on your short list to consider. As a matter of fact, this is the company my husband and I opted to purchase from. So as I've become more and more educated on replacement windows, I've compiled a list of things that impact the final cost of replacement windows for your home, regardless of where in the United States you live. So as a reference, the quote for my 12 windows was $9,740, which is an average of $811 per window for double pane white vinyl windows. The windows I chose are Energy Star 7.0, not just Energy Star, but 7.0. They have some of the best U factor and air infiltration numbers. And then of course, it's appropriate for the solar heat gain needed for my particular region in the North region. Okay, so other than the window itself, let's talk and explore about items that will impact your overall final price. So first, white is the standard color. Any other color will likely be an upgrade and add to your cost. Double hung is pretty much the standard. This means that both the top and the bottom sash tilt in for ease in cleaning the glass. If you want windows that slide or windows that are casement windows with a crank, those will also cost more. Then there's low E glass coating. This provides energy efficiency. It's a coating on the glass that reflects the sun and the heat, and you definitely want this. Then there's argon gas. So this is the fill between the 2 layers or 3 layers of glass. This also helps with energy efficiency and specifically with noise reduction. Again, this is a non-negotiable for your new windows. Number 3, triple pane, which is 3 layers of glass versus double pane, which is 2 layers of glass. So the triple pane will cost you more, but they do come with a higher price, but they also are more energy efficient. If you live in an extreme climate zone, the additional cost is likely worth it. Also, triple pane in many cases will qualify for up to a $600 tax credit on next year's taxes. Next, you've got the frame of the window and its sash. So this is the part that moves up and down. So the window could be made of vinyl, composite, wood, or fiberglass, or even aluminum. So vinyl is kind of the norm, and if you want wood or composite, that will impact your price, probably going to be a little bit more. And then there's grids, right? So those go in sometimes in between the panes of glass. So you might need these to meet your homeowners association requirements, or it might be required to meet a certain look of your home, like if you've got a craftsman style home. And then of course there's the shape and the size of the window. Do you have a bay window, a garden window, or any windows with rounded tops? This will also impact your price. Odd shaped windows are going to be more pricey than standard rectangle windows. And then there's the number of windows in your project. The more you have, the less you'll pay per window. So here's a hint, replace all of them at one time. You'll get better pricing, and then you can ensure they all match. Replacement windows inherently have wider, thicker frames, and personally, I wouldn't want windows that didn't match in my home. And then we have to think about the exterior material in our homes. If you have vinyl, that will be the least expensive versus if the window installer has to repair, replace, accommodate for stucco, stone, brick, or hardy plank, those materials might add a little bit to the cost. And then was your home built before 1978? If so, lead remediation might need to be built into your quote. And then you might need a permit where you live. And again, only you know that, and obviously you can work that out with your window installer. And then do you have windows that need to be tempered to meet your local building code? So typically any window that is closer than 18 inches to the floor, close to a door, or above or beside a tub or shower will need to be tempered. Tempered glass is a type of safety glass that is more resistant to breaking. Tempered glass is required for some areas for safety and will add a few bucks to your final cost. If your current windows are drafty, allow noise to come in, or feel cool or hot to the touch, then you likely don't have energy efficient windows. Be sure to see the Wacky Window Woman price comparison chart to see how the larger, well-known replacement window companies stack up when they quote my home with 12 windows. I've sat through the demos on your behalf, filtered through the companies, and have put together the price comparison chart to help you save some time and some money. I hope it helps you narrow down to one or two that you want to consider. And if you are the type who prefers to shop virtually, then certainly consider Virtual View Windows. They offer the entire process from quote to contract virtually. You'll note they are the #1 on the list and meet Energy Star 7.0 ratings. They have the lowest air infiltration numbers, a solid solar heat gain coefficient, and this is especially important to make sure it's right if you're in an extreme heat zone. And they've also got some of the best U-factor ratings. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to see future videos on individual companies and side-by-side comparisons. And when you are ready to make a decision, tell them that the Wacky Window Woman sent you.